Nananum, our distinguished guests, dedicated members of staff, proud parents and families, and most importantly, the graduating class of the 11th graduate of Arts Practical Institute. Good afternoon. It is a profound honor to stand before you today, not just as the proprietor of this great institution, but as a fellow traveler on the long road of learning. My story, like yours, is still being written, but the chapters behind me are the very foundation upon which Acts stands. My journey began not in a lecture hall, but on a road from Prime to Kumasi, filled with the uncertainty of a young man just out of Prime Secondary School. However, the struggle to make ends meet. But in that struggle, I fought on. The first big break came at Met FM, now NJFM, where I serve as a marketing executive. It was Met FM I had the privilege of working under the direct leadership of the current KMA Boss, Honorable Richard Ofori Agyemang Boadi, aka Zuba, present with us, sir. Who was then the general manager. That experience was my first real classroom in the world of work and professionalism. With a dream of building a foundation, I pursued a diploma in business studies at the Kumasi Polytechnic, now the esteemed Kumasi Technical University. Business was the language I knew, but life had a different script. At Met FM, surrounded by the energy of news and storytelling, a spark was kindled. With no journalism background, I discovered a passion I never knew I had. That spark compelled me to pursue an HND in journalism at the Institute of Media and Business Journalism at RBMNJ, Kumasi. But the quest for knowledge knew no borders. To broaden my horizons, I pursued a diploma in journalism from the London School of Journalism in the United Kingdom, aimed with this global perspective and a burning desire to create a new standard of practical media education. I'll return. In 2014, a year of launching Royal TV in 2013, Axe Media Practical Institute was born from a simple belief that theory must meet practice. While building the institute, I understood that to be a better leader, I needed to understand the science of management, which led me to pursue business administration at the Ghana Baptist University College. The journey of learning, however, a board chairman, member of Royal Image Group of Companies, and the provost of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. I enrolled at KNUST to study the Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. This journey opened my mind to intricate workings of society. I must acknowledge the immense impact of Professor who taught me research methods and gender and development studies with such clarity and passion. Still guided by Professor Charles' mindful mentorship, I continued this academic path. And just this year in 2025, I have completed a master's at the Ghana's Entrepreneurs Corporate Executive Awards, and the honor of being named a 40 under 40 achiever for journalism, radio, TV, newspaper in both 2022 and 2024. These accolades are not just a personal milestone, they are testament to the vision that drives the steadfast guidance and the governance of our esteemed board. Your wisdom has been our compass. To my dedicated management team, both past and present, your relentless effort and belief in this vision are the engine of our institution. You may be deepest respect. You have my deepest respect and gratitude. This year, as we celebrate our graduation, we also mark a significant milestone. Ask Practical Institute has now graduated over 4,000 media professionals over the past decade. You, our DJs, journalists, content creators, presenters, editors, MCR technicians, and videographers have become the lifeblood of our industry. Our commitment to quality has been recognized with the prestigious awards, including the Practical Media School of the Year at the Ghana Tertiary Awards 2019. As you go forth, I urge you to remember three things. First, never stop being a student. The ask in our name is a lifelong command. The moment you stop asking questions is the moment you stop growing. Second, be a problem solver, not a problem pointer. The world is full of critics. Be the one who rolls up their sleeves and offers a practical, workable solution. And third, build bridges. The network you have built here with your tutors, with your peers, and now with the professionals at the conference and graduation is one of the most valuable assets. To the incredible tutors of Axe Practical Institute, thank you. Your dedication is the engine of our success. You have been mentors, guides, and taskmasters. The success of this graduate is a testament to your passion and hard work. And finally, to the parent families here today, your support, your sacrifices, and your unwavering belief have been silent. Steady foundation upon which these successes have been built. Before I take my seat, I would like to pause to express profound gratitude to the recent passing of my beloved father. Was deeply felt loss. During that difficult time, the outpouring love, support, and prayers from the entire Royal Image Group of company staff, students, friends, and entire Ghana was a source of immense strength for me and my family. You stood with us, and for that, I am eternally thankful. So, to the class of 2025, as you walk across this stage to receive your hard-earned certificate, know that you are ready, you are equipped, you are practical. Go out and build, go out and innovate, go out and solve. And as you do, always remember that you carry the spirit of Axe Practical Institute with you. Congratulations, class of 2025. May your futures be as bright and as impactful as the potential we see in you today. Thank you.
A big round of applause. A very big one will do. Yemoye Sebekasi Emma, the CEO, Royal Image Group, Dr. Agyemang Agyemang. And interestingly, Saman Tuwe also and Odi Nawoda. Interestingly, Royal Image Group, half of a year staff are
pennyful pina, or has a kitty, Yadamase. Yawan pennyful pina, or has a and check, KMA Boss, Honorable Ofori Agyemang. Yerakin Zuba, Edda, the same Kakra, Ebebre. Yen you have a Pakumase, Ababakayasa, Ewa Hase, Papa Kumase, Aquaba, Yawa Stars Libre, Ewache, performances Libre, Ebeba, ATS, and Pentem, and Co. Na Jumediano, Afe, and Edna Ebe de Pa. And check. Yabesan Swabo, my first day, Ewa Ax Media, before and after, no, Yabesan so abon, Timamo de Mayeno, Nama Chinesa, Ede Amaye.
Sir, my first day, no, if you heard my emotum na young control, sir, Dr. Likey, and then the team also so, I watch you on my HBiano, or mobile performing, and so at the Amadia cow, sir, the KMA Boss, a year Ura Ofori Agyemang, Dodwana Fano, a year Zuba, and so I will fiancé. Nana Boache Yam. Ababio Nana Quanta Casse Hene and so Ewaha Yabasai acknowledge Dr. Kojo Densi Amankwa or also every London and Abaye Dr. Emmanuel Chumasi Ampofo a lecturer School of Business Ewa Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Sanso ena Nana Asuo Mankraya Wodikan also Ewaha Nana Owusu Sapon eye Mpobi Hine Wasayene CEO Emma Pabene Bitters Nana Wasay Poku also so Ewaha Nana Yadase Sewaba Chidom Hine Sanso na Womo Etai de Chi Owusu Ansa Sego Yadawasipa Mr. Prempe, also Yadawasi, Sanso na Otumfo de Ubohine, and a double for hine, Nana Abuaji Deuro, and so Ewaha Yada Nana Eswasi.
And our very own
Professor, Lawyer, Dr. Frances Dufie Azuma. Also, so Yadanase, Department of Sociology and Social Work. One also so Etre Adiawa Hase. So, my first day, if it's ready, Yerisha Mienubi na Empenifono Chasia any Kobo.
Young Koya name MCR Asignai say Young Koya name.
Media is a gang for media education. Bibia Aqua Mimo Bibia Mobibia Aqua Variety. Namia Biba Cassie from me Aposia J. Wapodi. Na in some media I do to Jane a Jashisha see Katia na Yesu said there was a fire service for me and I said media is a for media in sama ya boabo no say akan kase e de babo somo na nsam no de di mu akotene e bi ne yela ma pani John Dramani Muhammad Boshe bia for media na nsam media e do betu dane e jashisha see Katia na Yesu said there was a fire service for me and I said media for media in sama ya boabo no
KMA Boss na
Yamon Semano. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. My Lord Nana Kwatakazene and Nananum here, members of academia here, management and staff of Ask Media Institute, I bring you warm greetings. When you mentor someone and he becomes successful, very successful, it gives some sense of joy. I am writing a book which is titled The Nobody's Impact. It's about my life story. Your director and CEO is part of that story when I talk about my experiences in the media and the impact that I have made. I have many people who have had the opportunity to work with me whilst I worked as a broadcaster, as a marketer, and as a broadcast manager. And thankfully, about 60% of them are doing so well, and it includes your CEO. I have this thing with me. I do not have money. I do not have anything, but I have wisdom. And if you have an opportunity to work with me for a day and you don't learn anything from me and use it to transform yourself, then I do not know where you come from. And I have many beautiful stories out of people who have had the opportunity to work with me, and through my advice and experiences have been able to make it. I remember this Ask Story from its very beginning very well. I was in my office one day, then I could do something that should be encouraged. At the time, the Honorable S.K. Boafo was the Minister for Chieftaincy and Culture. So I told him that this concept is a brilliant one, but until you get a big man at the top to push you, you may not succeed. But I see your determination. So if you can go to Accra and meet Honorable S.K. Boafo and sell this beautiful idea, perhaps he would support it. And once you get his support, you will be on the path of success. This is a young man who had the first job he got was to become a marketing officer for a radio station whose prospects was limited, was not that vibrant as compared to the Hello FMs, the Ash FMs, the Love FMs, and the Capital Radio back then. But out of determination, he traveled to Accra. And when he came back with a letter signed by the Honorable S.K. Boafo, introducing him to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation for them to start his program. So he started doing his ad on Adom TV. Over time, he was able to buy his own channel on Multi TV, and today his story is a very beautiful, successful story. There's one thing I like about him. Throughout the period, he made money. He became rich. He had what I didn't have. But whenever he met me and was speaking to me, he would put his hand behind him and say, "Boss." In spite of the fact that he had become richer than me, he still showed respect and gave me honor, knowing very well that some of us have been the ones who created the opportunity for him to be where he is. It is no wonder that he continues to succeed. If you remember where you come from, if you remember those who have helped you, and you give them honor, Lord goes avenue. Now, to you graduates, I am a broadcaster. I am a journalist. I have lived through what you are about to enter. And I'm telling you, nowadays, it is not an easy arena. When we started, it was not as difficult as it is now. Nowadays, I see so many schools churning out people who have been trained in broadcasting. And when I see them, the question I ask is our industry stable? And that is the question, as you go out of this place, you must be asking yourself, is our media industry stable? But it is not stable. But we can turn it around if you, who have been equipped today, will enter the fraternity with a different mindset. Never want to work with your focus on money. You will fail. If you want to work and get fulfillment out of the fact that you have been able to do that which nobody has done. Today, the traditional media is facing a very stiff challenge with social media. So, the focus of our business, of our profession, is challenged. So, all the training that you have had is for television, it's for radio. And I was watching when a young man's first day came and his last day came and was punting. It irritates. You want to speak to me? Take your time. Say whatever you want to say. That is the information that you are giving. For us as broadcasters, we are agents of change. Ours is to look at what we have met and be able to turn it around, transform, and let it impact on society positively. So, there's one cardinal principle that runs through the preparation of the broadcaster every day, and that is the economic word of production. And when you study economics, they will tell you that production is incomplete until it reaches the final consumer. So whatever you set yourself to produce, who is your final consumer? Your final consumer. Let the training that you have had from this school, let all that your lecturers have taken you through impact on what you go out there to do. When you do that, you become very successful like your CEO. I thank you.
Yeah, France Mokasiya Eshialo. Na yeah, sorry. Na graduates no so sorry. Ye twamfoni na ye nimpenifoɔ no